Sorry guys. I need a clean whiteboard for this one. I don't think that there's enough varieties of Oreos. And no, this isn't some sarcastic like, oh, look at all the wacky flavors of Oreos. There's so many videos about that. I know that there's like Swedish fish flavored Oreos and Coca-Cola Oreos and so on and so forth. I think that where Oreo is lacking in its variety is the length and height of the Oreos. See, a standard Oreo is 3 cookie units. Allow me to explain on this whiteboard. Now, a standard Oreo is 3 cookie units. And what that looks like is you have 1 cookie, 1 layer of frosting, and then a second cookie, not to scale. And that is 3 cookie units. 1, 2, 3. Now we have some other varieties of Oreos. That's a standard Oreo, but we have other varieties. We have the double stuffed, which would be 4 cookie units. The idea being that there's 2 layers of the filling and still 2 cookies. That would be 4 cookie units. And then there's other varieties too. There's the thins, which would be, I don't know the exact measurements, but I think the idea is that they're like half as big as an Oreo. So it's like, trying to make that thinner. 1.5 cookie units. Do you see where I'm going with this? If you don't, it's that I think there should be more customization when it comes to Oreos. I think you should be able to have a 3 cookie on the top and then a 1 layer of frosting and then maybe even a 3 at the bottom, giving you a grand total of a 7 cookie unit Oreo. Why isn't that a thing? Now, a standard box of Oreos has 36 Oreos in it. Oreo. 36 cookies. If I was a science teacher, I'd probably abbreviate that with like a big C, and then cookie units is the little c and a little u. A standard pack of Oreos, the 14.3 ounce one, is divided into 3 rows on the inside. Each row, 36, now bear with me for a second, 36 divided by 3 is what? 12. And then 12 times 3 is what? 36. We're back to 36, and that's how many cookie units there are per row. So there's 36 CU, 36 CU, and 36 CU for a grand total of 108 cookie units per standard pack of Oreos. 108, you say? That leads almost infinite possibilities for combinations of cookie thickness and filling thickness, and Oreo's just not capitalizing on it. It's just not using this. There's so much variety you can do with 108 cookie units, my friends. 108 cookie units is crazy. There's so many possibilities you can do with that. You could have, I think I drew an example already, but I might not have used that take. But you could have a cookie layer that's like, you could even make the whole row a giant cookie. You have 36 units, you can make like a 20, or you can make a 16 high cookie and then a 10 high layer of filling and then another 10 high, those are not to scale, layer cookie, and that's one of your rows. This is like Oreo could set up a website where you customize it. You have like sliders and you can choose the amount of cookies you want and how thick you want the layers and how thick you want the filling. You could have a giant cookie like that. Who's to say you can't do that? Just to make the instead of making the cookies a small cylinder, just make it a tall one. Make it a tall cylinder. Why is that not in the realm of possibility, like at all? They haven't experimented with that at all. I don't think. I know they made ones, they made, what is it, Oreo cake, is it Cakesters? Is that something else? But that's different, that's cake. You didn't do the cookie as a cookie, you did the cookie as a cake. That's a whole different video that I won't make. But you could do like different ones. You could have, you could do 6 cookies. Let me try to do the math in my head. Yeah, you could do 6 cookies and then each cookie could have, a double thickness. double cookie, double frosting, and then that's 6. And then, yeah, you could have 6 of those. That's 2 CUs up there, 2 CUs here, and then 2 CUs here. And 6 all the way down. 6 cookies. I don't know, it's just a thought, you know. I always see this meme about how, I've seen a couple different versions about how, you know, capitalism is supposed to breed innovation and there's supposed to be, you know, new varieties of things, and then we have phones that all look exactly, we have like 20 different phones that all look exactly the same, except they have a slightly better camera or something. You know, Oreo uses an example. You have hundreds of different flavors of Oreos. Why not make some fun shapes? Make some fun heights. Come on. And I didn't even talk about shapes. We could have square Oreos. Who's to say we can't have a triangle Oreo? Who are we to say that? Someone who's really powerful? I'm not. Do you know who you are? I am. What is that? The bowling thing?
That's right! Who do you think you are? I am!
I don't know. It's just a thought. If someone knows someone who works at Oreos and wants to show them this, please don't. Just something to think about, you know? I totally didn't have this idea a couple months ago and then forget about it. And then this morning at 8:30, I was laying in bed and had this idea, or it came back to me this morning, I mean. And I just wanted to give a huge thanks to my Oreo consultant, Alice Langlois. She provided some of the pictures I used and some of the tips about the Oreos that I didn't use in this video. About the Swedish fish Oreos, she said they tasted remarkably like Swedish fish. And that's a direct quote, I think. She also said they should have been fish-shaped, which it's like, come on. Oreo's just missing the mark. You know, they're giving us thousands of varieties over here when we're playing up here, and Oreo's like giving us like purple and blue and orange basketballs, and we're trying to play like a completely different game up here. Oreo's just got to get their stuff together, is what I'm trying to say. Anyway, I hope you have a great day. I hope some of this made sense, and I hope I don't sound completely insane. Maybe a little insane, but I don't know. Okay, bye. Ugh, it's so dirty.